has taken so long to record this video, and I'm not even talking about the length. I'm talking about my procrastination. I was supposed to have been do this video a long time ago, but I have not because I've just been lazy. I can't even give you a real excuse. But with that all being said, I am here now with the first video, and the first video is going to be about how we can all have a successful semester, because we're all aiming for those A's, right? Right? Okay, now let's get straight to the point. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. I made notes just so I can stay on track. I don't want this video to be longer than it should be, and I do not want to keep blabbing. So let's get straight to the point. My first tip will be to be organized. We need to be organized. If we are not organized, we're going to stress ourselves out. We are going to be unprepared, and we're going to have a hard semester. And who wants all of those? College is already stressful, and we're trying to make it as stress-free as possible. So being organized is a priority. When I say be organized, I mean making sure that we have a planner. Make a planner using a calendar, using your email host calendar, whatever you want to use it in order for you to put all your assignments, your essays, your exams, whatever you need to put in there. I mean, put everything in there, even when you have to walk your dog, because what it's going to do is going to help you stay on track as to what you need to be doing, and not being a procrastinator or struggling to, keep in your head what you need to be doing. So write everything down. It doesn't have to be in a planner. You can write it out on a piece of paper, but you need to have this together. Also, with that being said, you should also have a daily to-do list. On this to-do list is a more detailed list of what you need to do that day. So things like walking your dog, maybe washing your hair, studying, reading, whatever it is you do on your daily task, it needs to be in that to-do list, because that will also keep you on the right track to being organized. So number 1, be organized. My number 2 tip is getting to know your professor. When I say getting to know your professor, I don't mean sit down, chit-chat with them, have coffee, blah, 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 be a teacher's pet and all that. No. What it means is just get to know your professor. Introduce yourself the first day of class. Ask a question at the end of every lecture or every class, just so that the professor knows that you're engaged in the class. When professors see that you're engaged in the class, when they see that you're interested, they're more likely to do favors for you, like, I don't know, maybe give you some type of extra credit or give you some leniency when it comes to certain assignments and stuff like that. But I am going to say, do not depend on the professor doing things, like doing favors for you as a way for you to pass the class. Still do what you need to do, but all I'm saying is get to know your professor, because one day you may have an emergency where you're not able to, I don't know, come in for a midterm or something like that, and they'll figure out something that way you can make up the midterm or something like that. So get to know your professor. You don't have to be a teacher's pet. Just ask a question at the end of every class. It doesn't have to be, you don't even have to, you can know the answer to the question. Just ask the question. They like that. I don't know why, but they do. So get to know your professor. Oh, and another thing, also visit them at office hours if you can. Just pop in and ask them a question, even if you already know the answer. But or ask them help for in regards to an assignment or something. But get to know your professor. 3, never turn in late work. never, ever, ever turn in late work. And why I say never to turn in late work is because there's a chance when you turn in late work that you're getting points deducted from your assignment. So if your assignment was originally worth 100 points and it was due December 12th and you brung it in December 13th, there's a chance that you're going to get points deducted from your work. And if you had some of the professors that I had, they take a big chunk of points off if you turn it in late. So don't turn in the work late. And like I said before, even though you may have a relationship with the professor, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get points not deducted from your work. So just never turn in late work. And also what happens is when you turn in late work once, it starts to become a habit. And you'll see that I mentioned this in a couple other tips that, you know, things become habits. Let's not make that a habit of turning in work late. There's no excuse for you to not put the education that you're paying for first. So never turn in late work. Number 4, participate even if you don't know something. Participate. Participation is a part of a lot of our grades anyways, so just participate. Even if you think that what you're asking is stupid, still participate. If a professor will let you know that there's no such thing as a stupid question, so just ask it. I know sometimes when you're in a big lecture class, we can feel intimidated. It may have a fear that other people will view us as being stupid because of the certain questions that we're asking. But who cares? You're paying like $900 for this one class. Ask all the questions that you can ask. Participate. Show people that you're intelligent. Even if you don't feel like you are, say something. And I noticed that this happens a lot with younger students. Younger students sometimes won't participate or won't raise their hand out of fear that the other students are going to think that they're stupid. And that's not true. Coming to college, you need to be open-minded. You need to keep in mind that not everybody is on the same level intelligence-wise, and respect that. You know, everybody, we're here to obtain something. Don't be an asshole. Like, so participate. Whether other people think you're stupid or not, it's not your concern. You're there for one thing. You're there to obtain a degree. So ask all the questions that you can ask. Number 5, make sure you're in good standing financially before the semester starts. And this doesn't really apply to students who pay out of pocket, because a lot of students that pay out of pocket, they know when they're supposed to pay. There's a date every month when they're supposed to pay. If there's a payment plan, this really is not to you guys. This is more so to students who have financial aid, whose college is being covered completely by financial aid. Because what happens is, a lot of us, what we do is once we put in our financial aid, you know, papers, documents, and stuff like that, we just dust our hands off like, okay, done, that's it. I don't need to stay on top of whatever is going on. And what happens is, you do that, and then something happens. There's a document that you're missing. There's some information that they need that's missing. And the financial office in your school is not going to let you know until last minute. They're very good for that. So keep an eye on your financial aid. If you're like me, and you're in a CUNY school, you could just go to CUNY first, and they will show you like anything that you're missing in regards to your financial aid. Or you can go straight to the financial aid website if you're not in a CUNY, and you can see if you're missing anything or anything like that. But make sure that you're in good financial standing before you start, because you don't want to get pulled out of classes in the middle of the semester. Number 6, never miss a class unless you really have to. Now, I do believe in taking mental days, and taking mental days, because sometimes we're not really feeling it and we need to just miss class. But keep in mind that every school has their attendance policy, and if you're absent a lot, there's a chance that the professor is going to fail you or give you a WU, and you don't want that because it doesn't look good on your transcripts. Especially if you're in a community college and you plan on transferring, it doesn't look good on your end. So just never miss a class unless it's an emergency. And if it is an emergency, you'll be able to provide documentation. Just let the professor provide you with that documentation. Just provide the professor with that documentation so that you can be excused for that class. It won't count. But don't miss a class. And also don't miss a class because there's a 100% chance that you have to get the notes from another classmate. And from experience, I prefer to just show up to the class, because there's times I copy notes or I looked over notes from another student and I'm like, what the hell is this? I don't understand anything that they're trying to say. Because when you're writing notes for yourself, meaning that you're writing it in a way that you can understand. So me reading their notes, they're writing it in a way that they can understand. So I just find it better if I'm in class so that I can write my own notes. I don't need any confusion. So yeah, never miss a class unless you really have to. Number 7 is my final tip. Make no excuses. When we decided to go to college, we decided that our education was our number one priority. There are people who have way more things going on in their lives, and they're able to make it to school. They're able to complete assignments. They're able to do well because they don't make excuses. They don't let those outside things affect what they think is important. And what they think is important is their education. When people make excuses about why they didn't do an assignment or why they wasn't there for the test and things like that, it just, to me, and probably to the professors too, it just sounds like you don't care. You don't care. So what happens when you don't care? You're gonna fail out. And it's very hard to put yourself in a good standing again when you make decisions like that. Trust me, I know. And I will make a video on my past, like my first experiences with college when I first went, about 2013. So, but yeah, don't make any excuses. There are people who have whole families and a full-time job and still able to make it to school full-time and do what they have to do, because to them, this education is very important. To them, this education is going to lead them into something more. It might land them a promotion at their job. It might get them into the career that they want to get to. There's women who are pregnant and about to give birth. Some of them are in the process of giving birth and are still able to complete exams, still able to turn in work. So what is your excuse? You don't have none. Your excuse, if you do have an excuse, your excuse needs to have something to back it up. Documentation. But don't just make an excuse just because you don't want to do it. There's a lot of things that we don't want to do, but we have to do it. You can't skip a process. Do it so you can get it over with. Nobody said that being in college was going to be easy breezy, because it's not. And you're going to make it even more difficult for you if you're constantly making excuses as to why you can't come to class, making excuses as to why you can't make it for the exam, or why you can't. Just don't do it. Don't make an excuse. Don't make excuses. All right. And I said 7 was the last one, but I have some bonus ones. And my bonus tips is to always eat before class and get good rest. Now, this is something I need to follow, because not every day I eat, and I definitely do not get good sleep. But I'm trying to fix that before my before the spring semester starts. And I just find it that when I don't eat and when I haven't had good sleep, I can't focus. I'm falling asleep in a class. And it's not good. Why am I paying to go to school to fall asleep in the class? I can do that at home. So I think that it's just better if I eat, or if I get good rest. And I get good rest, because I'm no good when my stomach is empty and I'm lacking sleep. I'm just not my best self. And I'm pretty sure for a lot of people, you're not your best self when you are hungry and when you are tired. Oh, also, I want to throw in there, if you have a lecture class, I know that some professors, what they do is like they give you breaks in between. Not all professors give breaks in between. Some professors say, oh, hey, class, you want to leave early? All right, so I'm not going to give any breaks, but we're going to leave early. And then the time that they dismiss us, it'd be like 20 minutes, so the class is over anyways. So anytime you feel tired in between your class and feel like you need a break, just get up and walk around. Walk around the school, go get coffee or something like that, just so you can wake yourself back up. Because sitting in a class for 4 hours with no break is not fun. And you are definitely not going to stay motivated to want to go to this class, because it's going to feel like it's draining you. So even if you have to do this twice out of the whole, let's say, 4-hour class, do it. Get up and walk around, just so you can stay up, just so you can stay alert. Go grab something to eat. Go get a coffee. Take a 15-minute break, just so you can rejuvenate. If the professor has a problem with this, let them know that you need to take this, or else you'll fall asleep in their class. That you need your breaks. So that's basically all the tips that I have for you guys. I'm just going to go over them again. And that's: be organized, get to know your professor, never turn in late work, participate even if you don't know something, make sure you're in good financial standing, never miss a class unless you have to, unless it's an emergency, and make no excuses. Oh, and get good rest and eat before your class. All right, so I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, which will be out next Sunday. I'm not sure exactly what the video is gonna be about, but you guys will know by Saturday what I will be discussing. Make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on so you can be notified when I have uploaded a video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram so you can also keep up on when I'm going to be posting or what I'm going to be posting. And also follow my Instagram if you want to see more hair things, like me washing my hair or my favorite deep conditioners or whatever the case may be, make sure you follow me for all those things. Oh, also, I'm going to be having a book club coming soon. I'm just finishing up a book that I'm reading right now called The Water Dancer. Beautiful book. Beautiful book. I definitely recommend it. But I will be posting more details on my Instagram on when I'm going to be starting the book club. So make sure you definitely follow me. All the information is down in the description box below. And I'll see all you guys in the next video. Bye.